In the 23 years since it was founded, Netflix has fundamentally changed the way we watch television. Long gone are the days of cable and network channels creating groundbreaking television. However, with Netflix's popularity, along came several other streaming services that are challenging Netflix's place as the premier streaming service. Hulu, HBO Max, and Disney Plus are all bringing content to streaming platforms that haven't been available in the past. Along with this competition in terms of content, many of the shows that have kept consumers coming back to Netflix are now leaving the platform with the rise of other network television-based streaming services. For example, The Office, one of the most popular shows on Netflix with an extremely dedicated fan base, is leaving Netflix in 2021 for NBC's new streaming service, Peacock. Since Netflix is losing a lot of its classic content every day now, consumers are now flocking to the service for its original content. There is debate on what was the first original content produced by Netflix, but according to whatsonnetflix.com, the first Netflix original was Lilyhammer, a Norwegian TV show that premiered in February 2012. This was then followed by producing the television shows House of Cards and a fourth season of Arrested Development. With these two shows, Netflix originals started blowing up within the cultural zeitgeist. Netflix started producing even more shows like Orange is the New Black, The Crown, and Stranger Things, which many believe are a part of the golden age of television. These shows became a new type of cultural phenomena in which, for the first time, audiences could binge watch a whole TV show as soon as it came out. And these shows were extremely high quality too. They reigned in several Emmys for Netflix, and movies such as Roma and Marriage Story have received Academy Awards. This proved that a streaming service could reach the same production scale as any other network or movie studio. To some viewers, especially those that have loved Netflix originals in the past, Netflix originals have sort of fallen from grace. As soon as Netflix ushered in the new age of golden television, they seemed to follow up with a ton of cheap cash grabs and rushed content. There has been less and less award-winning content, and Netflix has seemed to lose its grip on the zeitgeist it helped to create. Just like many other television networks about a decade ago, Netflix has become so popular that their original content has become almost inescapable with the amount of TV shows and movies that Netflix is creating. This is all to say, are Netflix originals good? Like I said before, many Netflix originals have influenced the zeitgeist in how we perceive quality television today. However, there are many, many more barely watchable Netflix originals that outweigh the good. For every Master of None, there is a The Goop Lab to kick it from behind and shove Gwyneth Paltrow's pseudoscience down your throat. Whether this is the majority of Noah Centineo's filmography, Hubie Halloween, or Boss Baby Back in Business, Netflix's originals seem to have significantly reduced in quality. Along with this, there are so many Netflix originals now that it is hard to find the high-quality shows in the sea of mediocrity. It is hard to really say whether or not the bad has outweighed the good in terms of recent Netflix originals. Of course, this comes down to opinion, but the general population has seemed to move on from Netflix in exchange for the nostalgia bait of Disney Plus or the hard-to-find, unique content of HBO Max. Compared to other streaming services, Netflix has the most robust original content with the most shows and movies to choose from. Many other streaming services don't have the same type of commitment to original content as Netflix does, and this is shown through the sheer amount of original content Netflix seems to pump out every year or even every month. Another question is, though, are Netflix originals good enough to sustain Netflix if they lose many of their shows to other streaming services? This is hard to say. To me, I think Netflix will always stay in the conversation of the main streaming services influencing television. For now, I think that Netflix originals are definitely keeping Netflix afloat, but there needs to be a lot of change in the quality of their content if they want to be respected by the film and television community. If we have left the golden age of television, Netflix needs to improve their original content if they want to bring in the new platinum age of television.